handle, and we've got ourselves an eraser. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I got.
Yeah, this will be good. Saber being our Pentaforce tournament champion, and
and our inaugural tournament champion.
Yeah, just yeah.
Yeah, so immediately we are greeted by Wizrobes on the overworld, which is definitely a different cry from the scene we saw earlier here, which had Wizrobes in pretty much every dungeon and doing everybody dirty. So we immediately have a route divergence here, as Saber is going up to Vanilla level 1, and Angel is going left to Vanilla level 3. Both of our runners here trying to get themselves some bombs. Saber does manage to get bombs off of one of those 4 Gibdo. Angel, unfortunately, not able to pick up some bombs off of the blue Octorok, so Saber going to have a little bit of the advantage here and is greeted with level 2 at Vanilla level 1, whereas Angel has found Zone 5 over at level 3.
I mean, neither one of these dungeons are bad to find early in this case. We'll see what items are in here. We've got Dark Nuts right away in 5.
Yeah, the Dark Nuts here aren't necessarily the worst thing. It's the fact the red Dark Nuts are decently easy to fight. It's the fact that they're in a room with 4 corner BMO statues that makes them hard. Saber has gone ahead and, well, I take that back. I was going to say Saber having an easier time in level 2, but we are greeted with a bunch of Pole's Voice. Easier to fight necessarily than the Dark Nuts because they're not in a BMOS room, but they're still Pole's Voice. And without arrows, they take a while to kill with the wooden sword. And as if to say, hold my beer, level 5 one-ups the Pole's Voice with a Patra.
And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, Patra happens.
Yeah, and unlike most of the mini bosses that you're going to find here, or the bosses that you're going to find in general, you can't hide in the doorway and play Sword Beam for the Patra, because the orbiting Patrites, they will clip into the door. They do not care that you have protection. As you can see there, Angel barely getting out of the way of them. Saber on the other side here, as you can see, that's what I was talking about with the Patra doing it. Saber found himself a clock in that room and was able to continue on to kill Pole's Voice, only to be greeted with more
of course.
Voice.
Now, interestingly enough, Saber, due to that clock, was unable to set up a Canana key if he wanted to in that room above. So if he doesn't get a key here, we may be pretty well stumped in this.
So Angel, finding the rupee boss there in level 5, picks up 10 rupees, but with no bombs and not wanting to deal with anything else, really no way of making any progress there in that level 5. So Angel is going to go ahead and say, I've had enough for this. And looks like we are making our way over towards the graveyard, which is going to allow us to check Vanilla level 6, as well as the Armos item. Saber finds himself a map of level 2, and I have no words for that. It's just a block.
No, level 2 fell on its side.
Yeah, it did. It did. It literally is just a boomerang. Like, I was speechless because it's a boomerang.
I mean, we know you get giddy when you see the boomerang.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm sitting right next to a stuffed Lord Banana, but I may in fact be sitting next to a plushy banana.
And now everyone's favorite double Bs, bunnies and bubbles, which makes this even worse to fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Level 8 being found by Angel over there. And level 8, not necessarily the dungeon you want to find super early, because it's big. But at the same time, you're not overly disappointed because it's big and got 3 items.
Yes, and also, they can have a lot of keys, so this could put you in a position to where you're not worrying about your key count for a while. Also, anyone want a pizza?
I mean, yes, pizzas are delicious.
Ooh. Well, there's a dig dogger in the way. Thankfully, in 2 we're able to.
Most likely, you were saying?
Oh, it's a right side wall there. Could have been a staircase if we'd segmented, but we're not.
Let's say, choose your block. Do you want the spice rack or the music?
Yeah, so we are kicked out of 2 very unceremoniously.
Yeah, Angel gonna go ahead and continue on through this level 8. So far, I haven't seen anything really super bad here in this level 8 to perform to enemy sets. I mean, the Tektites can go ahead and HUD clip, as you saw. That one was trying to do, not quite able to succeed, but we are able to progress further along that path. Saber discovers that there is nothing of interest in that shop on the Forgotten Spot. No candle, no bombs, no arrows, no bueno.
There are keys, though, and Saber was asking for them, so...
I mean, he was. He might have to be slightly more specific because there's keys yet again. So 2 for 2 on key shops.
Well, we now know where all the keys are. The merchants will have them.
Yep, and we have ourselves an Armos item. It is the bow. So knowing where those arrows are is going to be something, pretty easy to deal with here, as we've got that. And we've got Angel in a bit of a rough way here, having no ladder, trying to kill bunnies in an NSU room that also contains bubbles. So the fact that we have been doing this so far, this has been an amazing display of being able to dodge things here for Angel so far, almost getting jumped up into it. And unfortunately, as I say it, that death is going to happen, or has happened. But for the most part, that was a fantastic display of bunny dodging. And now we have the high five as both of our runners are here in level 8. Yeah, so we have Stave. We're going to go ahead and explore the path that we just saw Angel explore here, see if he has any better luck with those bunnies. Angel coming across a room entering from the left, and so Nora, I heard you like blue landmollas.
Dead blue landmollas, yes, but how about some more?
Landmollas?
Yes. So, do we get a refund on seeds? We're 2 for 2 on just garbage tonight.
I mean, the only rules that we were told about the seeds tonight is that a certain restreamer was not allowed to touch the bot. And that's as far as we're going to go on that. We do have some blue Gorias here on Angel's side. Looks as if the Gorias may have rolled slightly below average, and we are finding all sorts of the Hyrulean Roombas guarding things around, and that, of course, being the Dig Dogger.
So what's the cat riding on the Roomba?
I mean, it's obviously the Landmola. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to see a Landmola riding around on a Dig Dogger. And Tektite does not want to see any more of Princess Zelda, as that Tektite decided it wanted to get all up in the princess's hair, and Saber takes a death. We have a staircase on Angel's side, as well as a key. We're going to come back and get that key in a minute here. First things first, we have found ourselves a transport staircase, so yep, going back, picking up that key first, and then going back down the transport staircase.
Oh, definitely.
Also, you might find this interesting, and for those who are not watching this live on Twitch, I will explain what's going on here. We've got people in the chat talking about the first time that they play the randomizer, and I'm already being banned from rolling their seeds. Like, I love it. And there is a clock for Saber. That's his second clock in Pole's voice room. Normally this would be pretty bad, but he's got the sword beams, so he's able to kill these two Pole's voice in the middle without having to re-enter the room. Speaking of entering and re-entering, Angel going to opt to exit level 8 and not re-enter for a while because blue Landmolas were absolutely saying, "You shall not pass," going 100% full Gandalf.
No, definitely. That and the ladder block that we saw in there. Just nothing really pleasant in this seed. I believe Saber is in that bunny room that we saw Angel in earlier. Going to try the same tactic of hug the bubbles and try to get little shots off on the bunnies.
Also, I had a good chuckle at the bubble chasing Saber around the little 2x2 section. Also, good thing for Saber right now, that far right bunny has got itself caught in the wall. So that means he only has to worry about the one rabbit for right now, and then he can go after the second one. So that is good. The physics of how the pole's voice works playing against the rabbit here, but now it has managed to free itself. And do not be alarmed. The pausing that you see on Crystal Saber's side is nothing to do on our side. He likes to use pause strats, which means he doesn't have select swap on, so you will see him pause and actually switch to items like you normally do in the vanilla game. He uses the pause strat so he can take a quick second to look around the room and adjust how he maneuvers. So the time he loses on select swap is things he'll be able to gain from not necessarily dying as much due to a faster reaction time.
No, pause strats aren't helping you in that room at all.
No, they 100% are not. Angel has come across level 2, and they're going to unfortunately discover the truth that we are a recorder and Dig Dogger blocked here as well. Saber, with both of these blue landmos being on the other side of this river here, you can just sit there and stab away, because the way hitboxes work, you can just sit there and stab away, stabbaroo. Also, I'm getting more inclined in the chat. I see people posting things that is giving me the urge to sing.
Oh goodness, what have I done?
You've done nothing. But I see people talking about comments asking people to come back, and all I can think of is, baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. But enough about that, because that's about where that meme is going to end. We've got Angel killing more bunnies here. This is the same one that we saw Saber get the clock in earlier. We see more Dig Doggers over there on Saber's side, and he is also going to come across this spiral staircase here very quickly as, hey, there's a compass, but we knew that already.
And hope you like Landmollas, because they're everywhere.
Well, I mean, at the place I went for dinner tonight, it's a local restaurant here. It is Zelda themed, kid you not. The name of the restaurant is Yetto's, based off of the Yeti in Twilight Princess. Thursday night is pasta night, so I am perfectly okay with some spicy noodle.
I actually don't have anything to say to that now.
I mean, I kid you not, like, the soup that he makes in the game, like that pumpkin cod soup that he makes for his wife in Twilight Princess, they make it, it's a menu option. It's amazing. But what's also amazing is the fact that we've got two runners here. Saber in that spiral staircase room, he's going to find himself a key. Angel discovering that they are blocked completely out of level 2. So far we have had a whole lot of nothing going on.
Yeah, it's very, very tough opening here for our runners. Not necessarily combat-wise, but just nothing opening up. And you think you get the free bow early and it's going to, help you open the seed, but there's really nothing to kill with it. Minus the bunnies all over the place.
Yeah, but first we need to find an arrow shop and get the money to do that. Keeping in mind, we also need to find some fire source here. So unless we come across a red candle, we're going to need to purchase the blue one.
Angel looks like they're going to start making the play over to the level 2 area. Check out potentially the coast item. Check out what's at level 2. Check out level 5's location along with that white sword item.
Also, level 8 is a monkey hanging down from a tree and making weird shapes with its feet.
Yes, also segmented. Awesome.
Yes, because we haven't had enough segments here, so we're going to get you some more. Angel's going to go ahead and check out what is in this open cave in the forest and is rewarded with arrows and is going to go ahead and pick them up because we've already been absolutely inundated with bunnies, so it doesn't surprise me in the least that we're going to go ahead and get the arrows, which are the weakness of said pole's voice. And as if right on cue, Crystal Saber into a room with the aforementioned wabbits.
Wascally rabbits.
Okay, so we've got Zone 3, or Level 3 there, over at Vanilla Level 2's location. So let's see if Level 3 is going to be a little bit more forgiving than everything else we've seen so far.
I wouldn't count on it. But at this point, here we are, for the 15-minute mark. There's the 83 rupee bomb upgrade. Might be an interesting purchase here in a little bit.
Yeah.
We've only seen 4 of our dungeons at this point.
But so yeah, 5. The interesting thing about that bomb upgrade here is we still need the blue candle purchase or a fire source purchase. So I mean, I know personally in shapes, I am wanting a bomb upgrade. But at the same time, I'm also weighing my options. Do I want the bomb upgrade that bad? Do I want to get the candle? How do I want to do this? So it's going to be interesting to see, especially with how early it is in 3, if that's an option to pick up now or potentially come back for later.
Yeah, I think at this point, if Angel has the rupees, I think the play is to buy that buy the bomb upgrade. It's not that much. There's a couple of secrets nearby, plus the large secret is up on the upper right corner here, so you can quickly go up there and get that if needed to buy that candle.
Yeah, so we have seen now, over the course of several rooms, both of our runners here do one of my favorite tricks in the game. And it's something extremely simple. Is in those rooms where you have like the land moles that you just saw Saber kill, or the mold orms that you saw Angel kill a little bit ago, if you kill one of the two and leave the room, the other one will despawn. So it's one of my favorite tricks. It's super simple. Literally anyone can do it. It's not like we're asking you to block clip or ladder clip or do anything like that. We are asking you to kill one enemy and leave the room. Literally everyone can do it. One of my favorite tricks, and it especially helps you when you're trying to kill like a bunch of blue land molas and you're short on health, or you're just you don't feel like killing things because it's taking too long because of wood sword. Just a thing.
Yeah, and speaking of killing things with wood sword taking too long, Angel's decided to just pull out the arrows. Done with these likes. Just not wasting any more time with them. And this 3 is potentially blocked in many evil ways.
Yes, but on the other side, that level 3 looks to me to be a water pistol that hasn't been fully filled. But that heart container will be fully filled, and that's going to put us to 5 heart containers, meaning we have got a 66.66667 chance of getting the white sword item.
That's high enough to go up there anyway and check at least.
Well, we can't all get our ladder on 4 hearts now, can we?
No, but Saber using pause strats here to get those blue land molas. Gonna try to grab this heart and get out of that room real quick to kill the other.
Yeah, and that's the big advantage of the pause strats that Saber tends to use. Unfortunately, it doesn't get anything out of the land mows. Even more unfortunately, is unable to bomb right in this room. So it looks like we're going to be blocked heavily out of level 8 as well. Saber contemplating what to do, opts to continue, and this is going to be interesting to see what happens. If he picks up a bomb drop, he may go up to the vanilla level 9 location. If not, it's going to be interesting to see if he decides to just go from here to the Lost Hills or not. It looks like, yeah, realizing without a bomb, there's not a whole lot I can do up here. We're going to head off into the forest.
Oh, definitely. And notice both of our runners have a healthy supply of keys at this point.
Well, we were asked for them earlier on Saber's file name, so ask and ye shall receive. Keys will be plentiful. Nothing else will be.
I believe we found Raft in 3 as our second item now.
We did. Logs were lying on the floor there in level 3. Now, if this was me, if this was us doing co-op, or if this was my stream, there would be a little ditty being sang right now, but apparently I'm being told that I'm not allowed to sing something about copyright claims and mute buttons.
I mean, show tunes are after and right on the way to the Triforce. It's a very convenient 3.
Yes. I mean, I'll break out into show tunes all day. Nothing wrong with that. Saber going over to the coast, and we have got the wand on the coast. So that's an interesting item there because it's right on that fringe of, do I go back and get this to make my combat easier or not? In this particular seed, and this is just me, if I'm around there when I have the ladder, I'm going to pick it up because wizards are on the overworld. There's not a darned thing in the dungeons that the wand can't deal with.
No, 100%. Now, if I get the ladder and it's the last thing I dig out of whatever's at Vanilla 9, yeah, I'm probably not coming back for it.
Yeah, so Saber taking an unfortunate overworld death there, as Angel is going to be gambling on needing only 5 hearts to pick up the white sword item. Gets a friendly screen here. Let's see what we've got. Unfortunately, just a heart container is able to pick it up. So the good thing about that is the simple fact of if you're not able to pick it up, you're not disappointed. Saber finding level 5 at level 3.
And I like the play there to check even at 5. Worst case, you have that heart container on the coast. You have the raft. You can walk over and pick that heart container up off the raft spot. It's not necessarily the worst thing to go up there and find out, oh, it's Silver's, or oh, it's Recorder. And now you know where it is.
Exactly. Peace of mind is a big thing. Saber putting those paw straps to absolutely exemplary use as using them to dodge the fireballs and is able to take out that room of 3 dark nuts. Angel has found level 4 and is immediately greeted with a heart container. So even if the heart was not available to be picked up at 5 hearts, it would have had it here guaranteed at 6.
And then Saber finding that same patcher that Angel was dealing with earlier. It's going to engage it at this point.
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world to do here, and especially considering I'm 99% sure that we know it's a bomb hole to the south here. Wouldn't surprise me if this Patra has the map, which we all know that's a fun thing when you get that old man hint. And you saw Saber killed one of the little Patrites, and the Patra immediately retracted. So there's a chance when you kill the primary Patrite there that the Patra will stay in expanding mode, or that it will immediately shrink up and just be, there. If it's immediately shrink up, the shrunken Patra is extremely easy to kill as opposed to the expanding one. And I was correct, we are going to get the map here, and we are going to be bomb blocked out of continuing here in level 5. That is unfortunate for Saber. And
with that information, though, Angel has found a ladder on the floor here in 4.
Wow, this level 4, heart container not the best, but ladder is huge because that's going to open up the rest of level 2 to Angel, as well as picking up that wand, which at this point I 100% am going to pick up, especially considering we still have to go back to whatever dungeon is underneath the tree at Vanilla level 8's location.
Oh, definitely. Also interesting here, we're up to 11 keys on Angel's side.
Wow, that's a lot.
And Saber not too far behind with 7. Like, this is a silly amount of keys for this early in a scene.
Yes, that awkward moment where both runners have more keys than they do hearts.
Well, they asked for keys, so we're giving them all the keys. Oh, and Angel gets unfortunately hugged and shot in that room, and that's a rough Triforce room to dig out.
It is, even with all the hearts there, that is a rough Triforce room. Not necessarily because Vires are a hard enemy, but because they split into the keys, they start running away, and the fireballs. The fireballs are the worst here. And this is one of the few rooms where you're like, I wish I just had a blue candle, because even being able just to send like 2 or 3 of the keys into the wall, or the Vires into the wall with the candle, and then immediately kill the keys, is so nice and so convenient.
Comes back through the second time, pulls out the arrows, starts shooting stuff. Just watch something.
Yeah, Saber making his way over here to the 100 secret after picking up a heart container at Monocle Rock. So wouldn't surprise me here if Saber is going to be able to purchase both the candle and the arrows here, and with 129 rupees plus the 80 that he had, is going to be very much able to do both of those. Angel now, after picking up the Triforce out of 4, now is probably going to be scrolling over to the Vanilla level 9 location. He is hoping and praying to find level 1 there, but would be happy with anything not named level 9.
And Saber taking another overworld death. The Wizrobes are just out tonight.
They are out for blood here, and it looks like Angel not going over to level 9 as I initially thought, heading back over here first. Looks like we're going to head and bomb the Forgotten Spot to get that information. We know it's nothing more than just a bunch of keys and shield here. Saber does find the arrows, and as predicted, is going to purchase them. But yeah, you are 100% correct. In both the seeds that we've seen today, the one that was earlier there for Unos and I'm a Sock, and this one, the Wizrobes are out for blood.
The Angel doing a nice screen scroll here to the what is the rare shop to find out what's in there, and well, there's our candle.
And our bombs as well. Unfortunately for Angel, not quite enough money to pick up the candle. Saber is going to have enough money to do so, so he'll be able to pick up that 65 rupee candle. Angel at this point is fishing for a $5. Yeah, Saber also probably having traumatic flashbacks. Seeing these Wizrobes is like, I hate you.
And Saber's going to start collecting the hearts now to get that white sword item. We know it's just a heart container, but until he goes up there and confirms it himself, he's going to make every effort to get up there with 6 hearts.
Yeah, absolutely. Saber switching over to the candle. So at this point, I would imagine he's probably going to go check what's at Vanilla 8 after picking up this 100 secret as well, because he's in the area. Angel did go ahead and acquire the $5 they were looking for. So now we're going to get a candle purchase with 3 arrows to spare, even.
Yeah, Crystal Saber's routing here is very interesting, knowing that bomb upgrade is just hanging out there. I believe it was in 3. So we'll see if he ends up purchasing that now. Saber not necessarily going to go out of his way to purchase a blue ring.
No, absolutely not. And the thing to keep in mind is Saber doesn't necessarily know the bomb upgrade is in 3 yet. He hasn't been there. We know that from Angel's side, as Angel is cashing in the raft they picked up in 3, as Saber has found level 7 at Vanilla 8, and the raft leads to level 9, so unfortunately not able to garner any benefit immediately off of picking up that early raft in 3.
And that leaves us just 1 and 6 between the recorder spot and Vanilla 9. So we're down to some interesting dungeon locations here.
Yeah, absolutely. And with how stingy some of these dungeons have been, you and I both can probably agree that if anyone finds the recorder, they want level 1 to be under the recorder dungeon. If not, they want it to be up at Vanilla 9, so they can just go up and hopefully reap the rewards out of that. Speaking of reaping things, Saber is hoping he can be the reaper for this 3-headed Gleeok here, having to fight it on only 3 hearts here, but if there's anyone here in the tournament who has the capability of doing this, Saber is definitely one of the people highest on my list of, yep, you have to kill a 3-headed Gleeok with 3 hearts? Yes, please.
And not take a hit.
Oh, we're doing it damageless?
Well, Saber is right now.
I mean, he's done damageless strats before, so.
And gets through the Gleeok without a damage. Angel is going to pick up the 1 here. Absolutely the right call at this moment. Any sort of progression that you can make on combat with how the seed's kind of been stingy is just going to be that much helpful. White sword, red ring, wand, red candle, anything to just help you get that slight edge.
So yeah, I mean, both of our runners here in 7, and with this find of this another staircase, our runners have found what we pretty much already surmised, and that is we've got at least a segment here in level 7. Also, a mugger wanting either your life or 50 delicious rupees. Angel does not have the rupees to give and really could care less about leaving a heart right now, so we're going to up A and continue on through 7. And say we're doing a little bit of a flailing dolphin strat there, and we have found a manhandle in yet another staircase room. Saber, you putting those paw strats to use yet again, avoiding getting clipped out, and has finally found the staircase item, and that's something he's happy to see.
Oh, definitely. A white sword in the hands of someone who can pause buffer and kill a Gleok damageless is a scary thing.
You want to talk about scary as Saber has found the second item here in level 1, it's the heart container. Saber has a time in Zelda 1 that is sub 30. That's not the scary part.
That it was blindfolded?
No, that it was white sword.
Oh.
Yes. Yes, you heard me correctly. But yes, Angel over here, also in that same room with the Gleok we were talking about earlier, Saber has those arrows, using them to make quick work of the Pole's voice, and with the wand, Angel able to make absolute mincemeat out of that three-headed Gleok, and into, well, the terror that flaps in the night. I didn't realize we were getting the Untitled Goose Game here into Hyrule, but apparently it's canon.
Honk.
We also have the Triforce out of level 7 on Crystal Saber's side, so that's going to give him, surprisingly enough, his first Triforce of the match at a half an hour in. Angel going to find ourselves a map, and that is definitely a dino robot reaching for the last bit of scraps on a plate.
My arms are tiny.
Yes, if you're happy and you know it, clap your... Oh. But we've got some Fairy-geddon happening over on Angel's side as all of the Pole's voice die at the same time, getting all of the fairies you could ever want, and then some. Saber is now in level 3, gonna find himself a raft here, and we know the raft is right on the way to the Triforce, which is good. The unfortunate thing, of course, is the raft leads to level 9, which isn't directly useful right now.
No, but it's a good item to have out of the way at this point.
Oh, absolutely. I'm definitely one of those, okay, I can't necessarily use it right now. I'm still happy I have it because that means I don't gotta dig for it.
Yeah, and right now, like, this is a really interesting seed matchup right now. 31 minutes in, between our two runners, we have 3 Triforce.
Yeah, and at this point, you know, if you're both of these runners here, if you're Andrew, you're like, okay, I'm so far behind. I know I'm playing Crystal Saber. I'm so far behind. I know I have to speed up here. And if you're Saber, you're thinking the same thing. It's like, it's 31 minutes in. I've got 1 Triforce. I'm playing a fantastic player. I've got to be behind. So it wouldn't surprise me if you start to see some moves that would potentially be predicated on panic.
No, definitely. You know, we've seen some uncharacteristic deaths from both of our runners. These two played a fantastic game 1, came down to the wire.
Which yeah, I mean, playing down to the wire, that seems to be par for the course so far, just in the tournament in general. I mean, I know last Friday you and I called a heck of a race that came down to the wire, came down to a correct turn, and that wasn't even the closest race of the tournament. I'm not going to spoil anything, but there was a race that came down to a 3-second difference.
Yes. So Angel's still digging the item out of 7. We've got Saber on his way to the raft and Triforce, so we'll actually have 2 Triforces for both of our runners here in a moment.
And there are the logs on Crystal Saber's side of the board. So both runners now have that. We've got ourselves a Gleok here as well. So several Gleoks have met their end here in this version of Hyrule. And honestly, I've been giddy at every single one of them.
Yes.
That's just me.
But you enjoy watching people suffer.
I do, but at the same time, I don't want to express too much joy in it because I know I've got a round of 32 match coming up tomorrow that I don't want to have all the schadenfreude happen to me as well. But what we do have is Angel going to go ahead back into level 7 with the Triforce now knows where they have to go. Saber leaving level 3, heading up to the Lost Hills, and a beautiful screen scroll there. So we're going to go ahead and try to screen wrap again, see if this time we can get there without the Wizrobes taking away everything we hold dear. And Saber going to be super happy in this level 4. If for nothing else, we've got ourselves a ladder. So that would put basically everybody even on items at this point. Saber, I would say, has the advantage with the white sword, but Angel about to come across. And I don't believe we saw this map with Angel. That is something.
Oh, yes, it is.
Also, show me your best moves.
Were they fancy enough for you?
Maybe. But Angel with a fantastic kill there on that Molten Manhandla, getting 3 of the 4 petals with a bomb, opts to not waste any more bombs on the fast-moving Manhandla, instead brings out the wand, fires 2 shots, kills the Manhandla, and is rewarded with the white sword.
Saber finds the Triforce here at 4, has one more room. He's going to poke his head and see what's there.
Yeah, no reason not to at this point. You know, you're just going to go ahead and grab the Triforce, and then you'll be good to explore the rest of the dungeon afterwards. Yeah, absolutely no reason to not. Angel going to go ahead. Angel has found both items here in 7. That'd be the white sword and the heart container. And now it's just a matter of making their way over to acquire the Triforce and get back to 3 Triforces here, as opposed to just 2 and 2. Yes, both of our runners now having 3 Triforces, and this is the second time in this game we have had the simultaneous screen transition. We had it when they both were going into level 8, and now we've had it both picking up Triforces, 1 out of 7, 1 out of 4. Angel going to go ahead and has picked up everything over here on the east side that they possibly can. Got the Triforce out of the Lost Hills location, the 2 out of the forest. So now is going to go ahead and try and figure out where to go next. Saber, on the other hand, is picking up a heart container out of level 4 and is going to be very happy to find the ladder in here.
Oh, most definitely. But yeah, so with that, we are still looking for Silvers and Recorder.
Wait, I feel like we just did this.
Yeah, we kind of did.
Alright, so we have a question here as, why are Angel's hearts this light blue color? The randomizer has a bunch of options for aesthetics. As you can see immediately, both of our runners are still on what the game refers to as the green tunic or your base tunic, but they have chosen the pink and white options respectively. Another option that is had is the heart color. There are several options, including the vanilla color, pink, or in the case of Angel, this light blue or white color. So again, it's just an aesthetic option that the randomizer has to offer for you. And speaking of aesthetic options, level 1 is always the most aesthetically pleasing because you're going to get 3 items. It's a relatively small dungeon. Saber's got the ladder, and Angel has found level 1.
And it's segmented. Of course it is.
I said it was aesthetically pleasing. I didn't say it was easy.
Yeah. Oh, and that's not a room you want to come out of in a segment. But another question here: when if you're Angel, do you check mags?
Well,
Tej, what would your opinion?
My opinion on this is level 8 is over at the grave spot where level 6 is. Okay, we still have to go back to level 8. So I'm holding off on level 8, and apparently this is one single troll room level segment there. I'm holding off on level 8 until the last possible moment. That's the last dungeon I'm going to dive. So I can have as many hearts as possible. I'm going to give Mags 1 check, and that's when I go back to level 8, and that's it.
So would you check it before you went in or after in that case?
Check, well, depends on the way I'm going in. If I'm coming from this upper side that you see both Angel and Saber at right now from the Vanilla Level 9 location, I check when I leave. If I'm coming from the Dead Woods, I check when I go in. And level 1, having all kinds of segments today, that is at least 3.
Will we go for 4?
I mean, I certainly hope so.
I do too. No.
Okay, so another question. How do we know to dig for items? So one of the flags here, I know this is only a triple segmented one, although it doesn't look like it. So the question was, how do we know to dig for items here? And the answer to that question is, the way the flags in this tournament work is there's a flag option on called Heart Shuffle. Heart Shuffle basically means that the dungeon hearts that are normally rewarded in every dungeon for killing a boss is added to the shuffle. So that means that level 1, for example, that we're in, normally has 2 items and a heart container in the vanilla game, those being the bow, the boomerang, and a heart container. With Heart Shuffle on, those 3 could shuffle into 3 heart containers, for example, or they could shuffle into a red ring, a power bracelet, and a book, just saying. So there is a heart container there. So basically every dungeon in Heart Shuffle has items in. Well, that's an item to find in level 1, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. We've got, you take the heart container here, but more impressive, the silver. So we're down to just one more.
And there's the recorder! Level 1 having all the goods! Yeah, this is crazy. So level 1 putting our runners in Triforce and Go mode here, as both of them are going to end up with these silvers and the recorder out of it. So now this just becomes a routing game. It's not a matter of who's going to gamble dungeons anymore, although it wouldn't surprise me if they killed things in 2 and snuck around a little bit to try and pick them up here. But this is now incredible. We went from having nothing to having everything in the span of about 5 minutes. Wow.
Yeah, and the difference between White Sword and Mags is not that great, but what may pay off an Angel's benefit here is potentially Mags and Wand.
Right, yeah, but don't sleep on Saber picking up that magical sword either, because he's also going to have to go back into level 8. So again, wouldn't put it past him either. As Saber's going to go ahead and pick up his heart container and silver arrows here out of level 1 as well. So again, both of our runners getting all kinds of delicious items here in level 1. Angel going to be the first one out with the recorder. Saber going to go ahead and pick up the silver arrows. And again, both of our runners all set and ready to go. And coming up here in a minute, depending on whether we go to level 5 first or we go to the recorder lake first, which you know is level 6. There are, we've retired some games here in Hyrule, but every tournament there is a new game that tends to be sweeping the land of Hyrule. Would you agree, Nora?
Find the Bomb Hole doesn't sweep anything.
No, it was initially Find the Bomb Hole. Then we talked about giving everybody the Rorschach test. But now everyone's favorite game that's sweeping Hyrule is, of course, Name That Tune. So when we get a chance to hear the recorder tune, that's what everyone's going to play. We're going to go ahead and name that tune. Of course, we have to get to a point where we're killing things first. And it looks like Saber's going to give us our first opportunity, because he is going to be going back into this level 2, which we know was Dig Dogger and Ladder Blocked, potentially both.
Yeah, so right now, with both of our runners having 14 keys, which one of them finds the any key on the floor first?
Yes.
I mean, at what point do you stop picking up the keys?
I mean, I always pick up the keys, it doesn't matter, but there was your recorder tune, everybody. So go ahead, tell me what you just heard. And unfortunately, this is the second game in a row that we have seen where Vyres have rolled above their normal 4 HP, so even Silvers isn't going to kill them. And we have the Triforce here in that Vyres room. Magical Sword and Wand is going to be the only way together that we can kill Vyres and have them be considered bomb dropper.
Yes, ever taking a look into that blue Muller room, deciding, I'm good. Grabs the Triforce and is going to get out of here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he looked into that room really quickly to see, hey, is there something on the ground quickly I can grab? But since, again, we are in Triforce and Go mode, going to go ahead and pick up the Triforce, as Angel's going to get Y-Forced in the best way possible in level 5. So again, both runners picking up their Triforces and moving on up and moving on.
Well, Saber's going to make the play for Magical Sword here.
I mean, picking up that heart container definitely tells me that Magic Sword is definitely on his mind and potentially on the table. Yes, Kugelschnaps over in chat, we do know because the caves have not been shuffled in this particular set of flags, so everything is in its vanilla location. The only things that are going to be different, as we have seen, is the items in the shops and the locations of the dungeon. So levels 1 through 9 are going to be in the locations of level 1 through 9, but as we've seen, level 9 is here at level 4, level 6 under the lake, level 1 was up at Spectacle Rock. But Nora.
Yes, Teach.
The important thing was that you tried.
What did I try?
That was what the old man's hint was. The important thing was that you tried.
Oh, I wasn't trying at all.
Well, we know that. But yes, Saber is back in 5. Angel went ahead and had the Triforce already out of that. Angel is now in 6. So this is the point where you go in and you are hoping to just God mode the dungeons because you want to see as few rooms as possible. Although, if I'm Angel, I absolutely dip my head into the staircase here on the hopes of finding a red ring.
Well, that's... Oh, both items in the same room here in
what
6.
Set of items they are. Das Book, Lord Banana. Both items are just in the, yeah, no thank you, I'm good, is what Angel has said to that.
And do you like fighting Gleox? Because, yeah, you're going to fight another one.
I mean, that seems to be the entry requirement for this seed. You must have at least 3 heads to play. So, Nora, we're asking for a little bit of information on the book and the boomerang and why the runners would avoid picking them up at this stage. I'm biased, so I think it's better if you give that to me.
Well, I'm slightly biased, too. I'm a big fan of the book. But at this point in time, the book is going to add fire to your wand. And outside of the likes, which Saber's just mowing down with silver arrows, that fire is more likely to kill you than it's going to help you. The boomerangs at this point just take up an item slot, so if you're using select swap, it's just one extra select button you have to press to get to whatever item you want to use. But, and really there's nothing in the underworld that you can stun with them. We've got bunnies and dark nuts all over the place.
Also, I'm not sure what the bottom half of that level 6 is. Saber has found the Triforce in 5, but the top half is a Dementor.
You're a Dementor.
I mean, yes, but in that case, what's your greatest fear?
We already discussed this. As Angel's found the Triforce in the upper right corner of the 6.
We have absolutely discussed this here, and Angel are going to go ahead and both runners are going to be here on 2 Triforces missing. Angel missing the Triforce out of 2 and 8. Saber missing the Triforce out of 6 and 8. So this is very interesting in the sense of Angel opting to go to level 8 before going to level 2, and I like this. I like this because going to level 2 last, you know level 9 is on the raft spot. You have that potion spot that you can pick up that's right below level 1's location, and you're going to be at full hearts going to 9.
Oh, definitely. Saber already hitting that potion spot, so took the heart container there. Is not necessarily going to want to come back through that territory if he doesn't have to.
Yeah. And the good news here about level 8 is that, well, we already know where we're going. We know that we're blocked out of this thing in 8. We know exactly how to get there. So it's just going to be a matter of, making our way there. And Saber going to find the Triforce, the compass here in 6, and know immediately where he has to go. So yeah, this was a seed where 30 minutes in, we had nothing. We are now 50 minutes in, and we know exactly where we're supposed to be going.
Oh, definitely. And we have all the keys. I don't think there are any keys in 9.
Well, the any key might be in 9, but more personally, and this is just me, I want to see Saber hit 20 keys.
Well, he's going to have to quit spending them to do that, but...
Well, we know he's going to have to spend 1 key to get to the Triforce in level 8, as we just saw Angel do. But yeah, I mean, that's a lot of keys.
And we're getting our first mag checks here. Or not.
But say, are you sure about that?
Saber's just saying, nope, I'm going.
I mean, Crystal Saber at this point, with white sword, silver arrows, and 11 hearts, he is extremely comfortable with that. And, oh yeah, I forgot how crazy this level 8 map was.
Yeah, but very quick to the Triforce. So, Saber is likely going to... It's going to be pretty close, actually. 2's Triforce was just 1 room past that Dig Dogger, if I remember correctly.
Yes, it was. Saber's probably going to be the first one in 9 just because picking up the Triforce earlier here. But we're basically going to have a minute between our 9 entries here. So, yeah, it's going to be a race. So, Nora, when we get to level 9, what are we looking for?
A door and a roar.
Pretty much.
Yeah, unlike last seed, where we were looking for silvers, potentially.
Yes, but the door and the roar. The door in question is, of course, the door to Zelda's room, which will not open once you've killed all the enemies in the room, and will open if you've killed Ganon, and there are still enemies in the room. As for the roar, Ganon is a loud little piggy, and likes everyone to know that the notorious PIG loves to sing, loves to dance, and wants you to know exactly where he is as long as you are adjacent to him. So if you are in a room that is a cardinal direction away from Ganon, you will hear him.
Saber's making a bomb purchase here.
Yep, I mean, that's having only 2 bombs going into 9. I mean, I'm comfortable with the 17 keys. I'm not comfortable with 2 bombs. So yeah, Angel going to go ahead and stop off here, pick up the potion, like we had discussed earlier here. Saber not going to have the potion, but yeah, instead of that minute lead that we thought going into 9, it's going to be basically neck and neck.
No, absolutely. Saber's not even going to care about that door. Just going to barge right in.
No, I don't blame you. And you have 3 options here. And this is interesting because most runners will tend to immediately go up in this situation because going up covers the most rooms when it comes to listening for Ganon. Saber opting to go left, which again I find very interesting because it's definitely a deviation from the norm, as Angel opts to go right here real quick, which is also pretty much a deviation from the norm. I say norm as in the sense of what you see a lot of runners tend to do, because when you first enter 9, you're looking for Ganon for her, listening for Ganon first. So you want to cover as many rooms as possible, and going up allows you to do that.
Yeah, I do like going right. It's very likely to connect back into the up path, but it's also very likely to dead end pretty quickly. So it's a quick check and making sure you're not forgetting something important right there.
Yeah, and so far we've come across a lot of staircases there, and Angel does go ahead and find that is not Zelda, finds a staircase, takes the staircase just to basically get out. Bomb drop, they're going to leave there for later, so Saber has already dropped 4 keys here in this 9, and is doing a pretty decent job of pathing out this level 9 so far. Has gotten a lot of the stuff on the left-hand side, especially the lower southwest side, taken care of. Angel trying to continue on up through the 9 column here, and so far not having as good of luck with the bomb holes as Saber.
Well, we're going to start looking at staircases. Saber's going to take out this Dig Dogger.
Yep, this Dig Dogger is being taken out strictly because it's blocking the path forward. And what we do have there for Angel is a compass. So that is very interesting there. Saber didn't kill that room, and looks like we may have a path to potentially get to Ganon based on the way we were seeing Angel do some pathing. Again, we don't have that audio up, unfortunately, so there's not a lot we can do to confirm that. We just have to sort of guess. Saber, on the other hand, is scrolling his way through a T room, so we might not have Ganon now that we look at it. There was a potential based on that, on the way we saw some routing going on. Or we can just do this and find our way into the northeast and make our way towards near Zelda. And do we have ourselves a Ganon here? No, we don't. But we do have ourselves is the path to Zelda.
Well, that's just as important. Oh!
We do. Angel did hear Ganon. Oh my. So going up was the right path here. We've got ourselves a Ganon. Angel does have the potion as well, and Ganon is guarding Zelda. So we're going to push this to a Game 3 unless something catastrophic happens here during this fight. Saber does come across the red ring, which is going to help, but that's more than likely going to be too little, too late, as Angel is continuing in the Ganon fight. Drank a potion there because of the Ganon getting a little too close for comfort. We had a stun lock. There it is. Silver arrows, and Angel is going to find Zelda first here, as Ganon was guarding the princess here, or in this case, Link, the prince as it were, and that is going to push us to yet another Game 3. Yunos and Sok going to a Game 3, and now Saber and Angel also going to a Game 3.
This round of 32 has been intense.
Yeah, absolutely insane, and I definitely agree. I saw it in chat. Going left tends to be the I think I'm behind. I want to try and take a gamble play, which could very well be what Saber was thinking. That's a question I definitely want to ask if we get a chance to do an interview here. As Saber has found the other item here in level 9, which is the heart container. But yeah, that was a fantastic level 9 for Angel. And hey, Nora.
Yes, Teach.
Do you remember when we were at 30 minutes and Saber got his first Triforce?
Yeah.
That was a 54-minute finish. Like, 24 minutes to get everything else.
Pretty much. It was a very rough start to the seed.
Oh, it absolutely 100% was. And Saber going to come across the same information that Angel was able to come across, and that is, of course, Ganon's right in this general area. Now we just got to get So Saber going to go ahead and take this this staircase here after not being able to bomb around, and I know it was one of these staircases that brought us to where we need to go. Unfortunately, this was not the one.
No.
We have this staircase here now to take, and killing some more dark nuts along the way. And yeah, this was absolutely incredible. From a seed that looked like it was going absolutely nowhere to a seed that just was like, oh, by the way, here, hold my beverage, we're coming in fast.
Saber's now found the correct staircase here.
I'm going to be super happy because he doesn't have the compass, but he's going to be super happy that, oh, hi, oh, yeah, hi, there's a princess right here, or a prince. So Saber has also found Ganon here. He's going to be super happy when he finds Zelda immediately to the right of this Ganon. But Saber going to go ahead and Saber will use Recorder strats to get some stabbing here, and you're going to see an amazing fight. Recorder to keep Ganon in place and keep stabbing. I'm going to shut up now and let you watch. Yeah, and that strat right there is absolutely incredible. Being able to do that, it does require a little bit of preciseness there, but using the Recorder to basically keep Ganon in place and kill him there, as Saber does go ahead and find Link and finish in second with an official SRL time of 58 minutes and 19 seconds. That's absolutely...
Yeah, I mean, for the seed that was just not going to give them anything, decided to give them everything at the end.
And with that, we do have ourselves an Angel FM here in the chat with us. GG. Uh, check your mic. I think your mic might be muted because we cannot.
Well, while we are sorting out these technical difficulties, again, give both of our runners a follow. Put on just another excellent race tonight on what's been quite the slate of races tonight.
So yeah, again, as we're still working to get some technical difficulties up, but yeah, GG to both of our runners again here, and I know Saber has just popped himself into the chat.
Hello. How was the match?
Well, we fulfilled the one request that you had, did we not?
Yes. What was the maximum that I had?
I think 19.
19.
19. Is that a record or no?
I know Kevin had pretty close to that a couple days ago. Actually spurned the any key.
Well, we fulfilled the
he burned, or who burned?
He said no to the any key.
If I saw the any key, I would have left as well.
I know Kevin.
Yeah, but go ahead and what are you thinking when it's 30 minutes into the seed and you find your first Triforce? You acquire your first Triforce at 30.
I lost. That's actually what I'm thinking usually. Like, there is no way that my opponent did not get ahead of me at that point.
Yeah. And did that also play into the decision to head into level 9 and go left first as opposed to go up?
That was a decision. I thought Angel FM was in there, going around the staircases. I'm like, okay, meta game it, go left. And all I had to do was go up 2, and I would have been like, oh, okay. And then Zelda's right there. Oh, okay.
Yep.
The worst part about the seed was the death I took right before level 3 and the death I took right before level 4. And they both had the raft and the ladder.
Yeah, that was going to be the next question that I was going to ask about. Were those overworld deaths? But you beat me.
Yep. Once I died to that second time, that second time right before entering 4, I kind of flipped. Is the best way to put it. I kind of just flipped. It's like I have to travel all the way back there to get back to those levels, or I can start looking at 5s nearby, and I could go back to 8 because I could not, for the life of me, find anything in 8.
I don't think we no one found anything in 8. Like, I couldn't tell you what's in level 8. We have no idea.
I'd say it's both bananas,
or what's in 2. Or what's in 5?
We know that Lord Banana was in 6 in the staircase, and in that same room was the book on the floor.
Oh, book and Banana was in level 6?
Yep, you did see that on Angel's side.
Yes, 6 at least was kind to me. It's just that here's a straight path. Here's the compass, just for the heck of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the second match of the night that is going to be going to a game 3. So going into a game 3, how do you feel?
Play as normal, have fun. That's the only way to put it. There's no sweat if I win or lose. If I lose, I get to watch more. If I win, I have to race more. So it's a 50-50.
If you lose, I'm conscripting you into commentary at least once.
You do not want the bunny in the commentary.
Yes, no, I do.
We had plenty of bunny tonight, to be honest.
Yeah, I think everyone had plenty of bunny in this seed.
That was one of those things where I was thinking was the right player not to kill all those bunnies. If I actually found any items in 2, or wherever else. And 8 also had bunnies. If I found any items in there, killing the bunnies would have been worth it, but I just could not find any of them.
We had plenty of bunny tonight.
So I lost a massive amount of time in that, because I could have just got the arrows and said, okay, just shoot them all down. It was the gamble I was willing to take just to get something early on. Flopped. Nothing.
Well, it also would have helped too if, like, you know, I would have gotten to 1 earlier to get silver arrows instead of dying on the way.
So you died to 1, I died to 3 and 4 right before entering. This overworld was not kind.
No, it was not.
Yeah, surprisingly, like most runners like Wizrobes on the overworld. Not tonight.
Well, it also would have helped too if, like, you know, I would have gotten
Yeah, usually it's like, oh, blue ones. Okay, you can kind of dance around them. I think the blue ones... No, 1 red killed me and 1 blue killed me. So they're both evil today.
Yeah.
And at some point, I think like the 40-minute mark or something, I already admitted defeat myself. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just start picking up hearts and get the magic sword. And hopefully 9 is long and tedious.
And then you faked this
Even
out by
then-
not even making a play on it.
What was that?
You faked this out. You didn't even make a play on it. You just turned right and went to 8.
I pointed at it. I was going to make a play and I'm like 40%. That's not my... I don't make it at 40%. I make it at 80 or above. So my original plan was to scroll over, get the wand on the coast, and get the heart container at the rest spot, and then whistle back to try to magic sword. But I said I'm way too far behind, or I'm thinking I'm way too far behind to even try. I was kind of hoping 6 and 5 would have gave me some hearts, and then the play would have continued on with that.
So, Angel, with all of that, how did you feel about the massive amount of bunnies everywhere?
Not great. I generally I don't go and get a bunch of medium or small secrets, but when I figured that the bunnies were going to be the common enemy, I have to buy it at this point.
So, Angel, with all of that, how did you feel about...
Yeah, no, so it's pretty much the same question that I asked Saber while you were getting all the mic stuff taken care of is basically the beginning of this seed was extremely slow moving, like 1, maybe 2 Triforces, about 30 minutes. And then the 35-minute mark hit and everything just sort of came together. So that last 20 minutes of the seed was basically the afterburners being turned on. So first question here is, what are you thinking that for that first 25, 30 minutes of the seed? And then how does that change your mindset in the last half of the seed when everything's just zoom?
The first 25 minutes were pretty much, I am playing terribly, and I guess this is already over. And especially Saber just saying that, 30-minute mark, he felt like it was over too. And then, the way Saber played last night where he found everything and was able just to zoom past, well, not just about zoom past me. That's how I felt this way, but it being Saber, I just assume, oh, well, it's over.
Saber was stuck in 9.
Well, to be fair, you guys basically entered 9 at the exact same time.
And I went left.
Yeah, that was the key point. You went left, Angel went up.
So to answer your question, TG, the first 25 minutes is basically explore everything you can explore. Check out where the candle is, or pinpoint where the candle is. Try to get some money to get the candle. Make sure you check out the original level 1 spot. Check out the armor spot, maybe the level 6 spot, level 3 spot, and maybe the level 9 spot. And then after that, it's, okay, route it all in. How do you want to get arrows? Do you want to get bomb upgrades? Do you want to get the candle early? What do you want to do? How are you going to get it? Yada, yada, yada. Normally, you expect a Triforce 2, maybe 3 along the way, but...
Not tonight. I think...
Not tonight.
What did we say? It was 28, 29 minutes before you had your first Triforce pick.
Was my first one in level 7? I forgot.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, level... Again, the bunny gamble, that's I think what really killed me, was going after all those bunnies in 8 and all those bunnies in 2. Again, the first 30 minutes you want to item hunt. You want to know where to get one of those 4 key items, 5 if you're counting the ladder. And after that, you just want to go into Triforce and Go mode and then say, okay, if I have to revisit, where do I revisit?
Yeah, quite the race from the two of you tonight. Looking forward to Game 3. It's going to be a heck of a show.
100% is. I'm looking forward to it. Although I do have one more question that I wanted to ask, because you brought it up a little bit, Saber, but I want to get both of your opinions on this. Both of you basically decided you prioritize that vanilla level 1 spot. Is there a reason to prioritize that level 1 spot over going to the 3 first round?
It's kind of like what I feel when I'm playing. I saw Yunus go toward level 1 spot. I'm like, he's winning, so maybe I should try that too. And there were a couple times where I headed over to level 3, and it's like I'm either key blocked or bomb blocked. So if I'm heading over to level 1, I can actually potentially find a bomb drop along the way, and then from there start counting and then building it up. So it's almost like level 1 has more of an advantage, kind of, because later when you up an A and go back to the start, you can go to original level 3, and if you have the recorder, you can start making that route to, without wasting time.
I mean, Saber pretty much summed it up there. Yeah, if just 1 just allows you to go everywhere you need to go, and especially too if if I have an issue where I just want to go to 1, I can go right and get the check out the Armos item too to see if I know where it's at or not, and go from there.
Right.
All right, so thank you both very much. We very much are looking forward to Game 3. So good luck to both of you on that. And with that, we are going to be calling it a night here at Randomania, but we are not done with Zelda 1 Randomizer. When we are done here, we are going to be sending everybody over to Speed Gaming 2 to check out the conclusion of the 16 versus 17 matchup. That's going to be Captain Green 7 versus Chess Jerk. So we're going to send you guys all over there. But first things first, if you have not done so already, please give both of our runners a follow, because they absolutely deserve it. So go ahead and hit that follow button. And we should probably get some love for all of our people behind the scenes. So some love to our restreamer behind the scenes. That is the one and only Crimson Avix, our tracker behind the scenes, who has been CCX, and of course my broadcast partner here in the booth, Narrator. So on behalf of all of them, I am TGE, reminding everybody to, of course, as always, keep hailing. We had some hella good races tonight.
We did. This one's looking interesting too.